Hey dearies! For today's video, I wanted to show the process of a painting I wanted to add into a chapbook / zine I'm working on called She Grew Stories. I've been working on this zine for a very long time. I wrote the poems back when I was still in college and never really got to do the artwork for it until recently. I'm still working on finishing all the pieces, but I hope to share the entire collection to you guys once I'm done. I've had the idea for the art pieces since long ago and only recently sketched them out last year. This one I'm currently showing for the video was inspired by a few artists that I really like. I'll just flash them on the screen for you to see, and their social medias where you can find them. You'll also find the links down below in the description. I didn't start following these artists until 2015, but they've since made big impacts on my art. I'm in love with their art and style and want to incorporate the things I like about their art into my own. As you've seen from the sketching I've done, I did struggle with the anatomy a lot before I got the desired pose. This often happens to me. I think I've gotten into sort of rhythm with digital painting that it's gotten a lot easier for me to do certain basic parts. I still struggle with creating depth, emotion, and flow in the sort of way I want, but with every painting, I can see and feel that I'm improving in the right direction. I do a lot of self-portraits, and the series of paintings I'm doing for the zine are self-portraits. I had this hairstyle some years ago, I think when I was 19 or maybe 20 years old, where a chunk is cut at an A-line and the rest is long. I think I first saw this hairstyle in an anime or manga and wanted it for myself. At this time, I was also hesitant to let go of my long hair, so the haircut was a good compromise in my book. What's good about this hairstyle is that if I wanted to braid it, it was still possible, or if the weather got too hot, I could tie the long chunk into a bun and still have a stylish bob over it. It was an experimental part of my life, considering that I'd never really played with my hair before. So I remember this particular time in my life because of that hairstyle. I wish I had photos of me with the haircut to share, but I couldn't find good ones. Anyway, part of the reason why I wanted to do self-portraits was also that the poems I've put in are very close to my heart, and another reason is that this month is my birthday month. I don't really celebrate my birthdays anymore, but I'd still like to commemorate another year of being in this world. I promised this a long time ago, probably around this time last year, to talk about my personal life a bit and what led to the path I'm currently in, but I haven't really had the chance to do that. With this zine, I hope to do that, and I hope that you guys like the art, poetry, and the videos along with the stories that will come out of it. Initially, I wanted to create art pieces that corresponded with the poem it would sit beside, but I decided instead to create an overall look and motif for the zine. There is the main subject, in this case, me, and the other part of the motif is the flowers. For this painting, it's a floral tea, but the twist is that the flower used are called Belladonnas or deadly nightshade, which are poisonous flowers. I think the flower sets the overall meaning for the painting. At the time that I had this haircut, I was swimming in a toxic world that I'd nurtured around me and within myself, and I wanted to depict that for this piece. I also, instead of having her eyes closed like I first had it in the sketch, I instead gave her dead eyes, or at least I hope it comes across that way. A lot of the poems stuffed into the scene were written during a time in my life where I was not mentally healthy, and the poems describe this sort of loneliness and sorrow that was inside of me. And if you've never been in that darkest parts of yourself, it's very difficult to understand. But I at least wanted my drawings and paintings to be understood clearly, as I believe that art is a lot more universal and can be interpreted in multiple different ways by any person. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of this time lapse. Let's meet again next video. You can check out other progress updates of the zine on my website. The link will be in the description. I'll be updating about other smaller pieces that don't really have a big subject. And I'll also update on the process of the actual zine that I'm creating. Thanks for watching. Remember to like and subscribe. Bye!